Thanks for the countdown.
Welcome to Young Sportsplex. My name is Alex Vandenhack, joined alongside me, DJ Bloxell, MJ Graham, Niagara College women's soccer here, Game 4 of the regular season. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Skipper Choices, AC Technical, Chandit Bow Real Estate Broker, Quick Herb Joe, CanCom Security. And Mohawk here today, fellas, makes the trip here to take on the Knights, and it's senior night honoring Tessa Varmeyer, Sarah Haste, Sierra Workington, Josie Severin, Molly Devereaux, and Serena Tormoreno. We'll take a look at what happened since we've last been here. And it was a successful road trip against Conestoga. Has get a couple of chances early on. Keep in mind, this was coming off of the tough 0-0 draw up against Fanshawe. Has a couple of great chances early on, and you have to think, okay, that's a little bit nerve-wracking, but Niagara would hold their own. They'd get some good defensive play there, as you can see there by Grace Gray. Chance here, and a great, even better challenge by Sarah Haste in the 32nd minute. Goebbels, just before halftime, got a chance trying to beat that post, just going a little bit wide. And after halftime, a chance here for Sienna Tormoreno, where she'll bury that, her second goal of the season. She's been so good for this Knights club this season. And Conestoga not giving up. They had a good response, and they get some good defense here, as Orozco will give a beautiful ball for Tessa Varmeyer. Well, she'll not her first of the game. Orozco would actually get her second goal of the season in this one as well. And we'll have a look here in the 88th minute. Tessa Varmeyer continuing her successful season, depositing goal number 2 of the day. Knights would win that game 4-0. We'll take a look at what happened on Saturday against Redeemer, and Tessa Varmeyer would pick off right where she left off, getting goal number 9 on the season, just a minute 45 into this contest, and Niagara would still get a couple of chances there. Varmeyer looking for goal number 10, shooting that one high. And it's the defense again. Bogasat, Speck, and Haste also solid on that play. I've said so many good things about those three. They've been so good for this Knights team this season. And Sarah Haste, she was tested early. She had some good chances go against her, and she was sharp, keeping this game 1-0. And I want to point out here, look at Savannah Speck. That kick gets blocked because it was illegal, and she does it again legally. And just an unbelievable rookie season here for Savannah Speck. We'll go into the second half. Tessa Varmeyer getting her second goal, and Sarah Haste shutting the door. Redeemer, they did not give up in this game. They had a ton of chances, and then the defense, as that one's buried there, and it's a 1-goal game. And Redeemer had their chances to win this game. They had a great chance there. It was shot wide. And another chance on the breakaway against Sarah Haste to tie the game, and just trickling off the post. And that would do it for that game. Niagara winning 2-1, taking them to 6-0-2 on the season, leading the Women's Western Conference. Take a look at the standings, and one thing to note, DJ, Niagara with a win today and a St. Clair loss. Niagara clinches the first seed. St. Clair will take on Fanshawe, so probably won't happen, but a somewhat good chance that you can hold the number 1 seed going into Saturday.
And if you look at it too, like we're playing one more game against Lambton on Saturday, and you look at their standings, and it seems quite likely that don't want to jinx it. Obviously, you don't want to take advantage of it, but seems likely that we're going to get that win in Lambton as well. So a win here will pretty much guarantee first place in the conference for the Knights.
You never know, DJ. We talked about it with the Fanshawe game. Niagara had the much better record than Fanshawe, and they drew 0-0. Some teams just play you really, really well, and this is a rivalry game. I don't care what sport it is. I don't care what the record is. You ask any NC Knights player, doesn't matter the sport, they'll say they get up for Niagara versus Fanshawe, Niagara versus Mohawk, Niagara versus Humber. Today's one of those days, and it's senior night, so last night game here for some of these night regular season game, I should say, for some of these players. And Mohawk, they're looking to punch their ticket into the postseason, trying to get that 6th seed, trying to pass Fanshawe. They'll definitely be cheering for St. Clair in that game tomorrow night.
And I gotta say, with Mohawk, this is their final game of the regular season, so they're going to bring it all. They're going to bring everything they've got. They have no other game now to worry about until the playoffs. So they're gonna barrel down and give Niagara the Knights, like you said, the big rivalry. They're gonna give them everything. It's not gonna be an easy game.
Postseason starts a week today as we'll send it field side for our senior night ceremonies.
On behalf of the Niagara College Department of Athletics and Student Engagement, we would like to welcome everyone to Young Sportsplex. Tonight's matchup features the visiting Mohawk Mountaineers and your Niagara Knights. Before we start our regularly scheduled pregame festivities, we would like to take the time to recognize our graduating athletes. Every year, we honor those athletes who are playing their final year as a Niagara College Knight and congratulate them for their athletic and academic achievements during their time as a Knight. Being recognized tonight are members from our women's soccer team. Please join me in welcoming head coach of the women's soccer team, Rob Lalama, as well as Dr. Chris McGrath, vice president, students, to present our graduating players with a token of our appreciation for their time spent in the Knights uniform. Our first player is Sarah Haste, a standout goalkeeper in 2024. Sarah helped the Knights to a second-place league standing in 2024. She was recognized for her exceptional play by earning a second-team All-Star selection. She was also the recipient of the CCAA All-Canadian Award and the OCAA All-Star Academic Award. This season, she is unbeaten with 3 shutouts in 5 games thus far. Sarah will be graduating from our paramedic program. Next, Josie Severin, a committed player and exceptional teammate who helped the Knights to a 7-2-1 record in 2024. She was also the recipient of the OCAA All-Academic Award as well as the Women's Soccer Scholastic Award in 2024. An unfortunate injury has kept her sidelined for much of the 2025 season. She continues to work hard through rehab as we await her return. Josie will be graduating from our Occupational Therapy and Physiotherapy Assistant program. Molly Devereaux, a dynamic player with the ability to play any position on the pitch. She was a big contributor to the success of our 2024 campaign. She possesses an exceptional fitness and skill, helping the Knights in their league leading the 2025 season. A big part of the defensive unit that has allowed only 3 goals in 8 matches and has kept the Knights undefeated so far this season. Molly will be graduating from our Occupational Therapy and Physiotherapy Assistant program. Ciara Workington, a committed player and exceptional teammate who helped the Knights to a 7-2-1 record in 2024. She was the recipient of the OCAA All-Academic Award in 2024. An unfortunate injury has kept her sidelined for much of the 2025 season. She continues to work hard through rehab as we await her return. Ciara will be graduating from our Police Foundation's program. Serena Toro Moreno, a transfer from Brock University, Serena has proven to be a big addition to the Knights in 2025. Her high soccer IQ and exceptional skill is on display every game as she is instrumental to the success of this season's team. A quiet individual who lets her perform and speak loudly every match. Serena will be graduating from our Autism and Behavioral Science graduate program. Our final player tonight is Tessa Varmeyer, the recipient of the OCAA All-Canadian Award in 2024. Battling through injuries in 2024, Tessa has proven what type of player she can be when healthy. A player with exceptional skill and speed, she has turned into a dangerous goal scorer for the Knights in 2025, and a big reason why the Knights remain undefeated and sit at the top of the table in the West Division. She is currently leading the OCAA West Division in goals with 10 goals through 8 games. Tessa is graduating from our Police Foundation's program.
A cool ceremony every year is the seniors night between both the men's teams and the women's teams. This year we had the 6 seniors recognized for the Knights: Tessa Varmeyer, Sierra Workington, Molly Devereaux, Sarah Haste, Josie Severin, and Serena Toro Moreno. A big accomplishment for this group of girls, coming into, most of them starting their soccer/academic career as girls out of high school and leaving as grown women with a diploma. Moments away from kickoff here today. Niagara, as we mentioned before, looking to win here today and get some help tomorrow to help clinch that first seed in the Western Division. Granted, they control their own destiny. If they win these 2 games here, it doesn't matter what St. Clair does. They'll clinch that 1 seed, which means obviously home field advantage the whole way through, and we'll host the provincial championships, which would be cool.
Yeah, I don't think that's happened for any of the soccer teams at this point, have they? I don't think they've been able to host the provincials as far as, like, we've gone close a few times, but it'll be fun to see, that's for sure. Be able to host that kind of event here.
The goal isn't to just host the provincials, it's to win gold on home turf. Obviously a long way to go, as we'll just moments away from Canada here at Young Sportsplex.
It's going to be tough to, because Seneca,
A chilly night here at Young Sportsplex, guys. 13 degrees, feeling like 10 degrees. At points tonight, it'll feel like 5 mostly for the men's game, but a lot different forecast than what we had the last time we were on home turf at Notre Dame. 25 degrees and sunny, and that feels like cut down by close to 20 degrees.
I think it feels like the first actual fall day that we've had since fall officially started, really. Kind of felt like just a cool summer for the last couple of weeks. And now definitely getting into autumn season.
Last Monday set record temperatures around the Niagara region. I'm not complaining about that whatsoever. Enjoying the beautiful weather. I will say, getting here to Young Sportsplex that autumn breeze in the air. It's how you know that women's and men's OCAA playoff soccer is just right around the corner.
It's a good point. It's why we tend to have that early in the season too, right? We want the outdoor games to be able to be held before this, we get the real cold freezing temperatures. Especially if it ends up raining too. That's the worst. We get the rain and the cold.
We saw that against Sheridan a few weeks ago, especially towards the end of that men's game. An absolute crazy game. Niagara coming into that one as the underdog, as both teams talking it over right before we play. You can see Molly Devereaux kind of shaking a little bit because it's the freezing cold. Most of the girls there have arm sleeves. You didn't see that the first 3 games here at home because we had such nice weather. But as I mentioned,
some beautiful fall foliage in the background as well.
that's right. The trees starting to, leaves starting to turn into autumn colors.
Yeah, we'll see. Compared to that Sheridan game, at least the weather is a lot nicer. No rain, just beautiful blue skies. A few clouds off in the distance, but nothing threatening. That's for sure.
You have to keep an eye on the wind as well. It's not too bad. It can have gusts up to 30 kilometers an hour, but during one of those gusts, that can certainly make an impact on the game. Obviously not like what we saw on the home opener against Redeemer, where it was 60+ kilometers an hour.
Can still make a difference, though.
100%. Take a look at the starters for the Knights. Molly Devereaux, Grace Gray, Hannah Truant, Serena Tormoreno, Savannah Speck, Tessa Varmeyer, Anisha Gobles, Sarah Walsh, Holly Bogaset, Mariana Orozco, and Isabella Broussard. 2 things to note out of that, guys. No Sarah Haste and no Sienna Tormoreno, pardon me. And not in the lineup here today. No Kylie Pringle, no Josie Severin, no Zahiza Pearson, no Sierra War Contenders. We're just underway here back at Young Sportsplex.
Yeah, I'm guessing they wanted to get Broussard some more action, too, just in case, right? Over Sarah Haste, give her a break.
Sarah Haste appearing in 5 games this season long with 3 shutouts, and absolutely outstanding, as the ball will find its way over to Devereaux.
And Broussard's no slouch either. Only 1 goal allowed in 3 games so far.
Yeah, if you look at the standings, the thing that's really impressive for the Knights is the goals against. They're leading the division, the conference, I should say.
Only giving up 3 goals all year, and the next closest is St. Clair with 4. Here's Devereaux. It'll get cleared near midfield and picked up there by Rodriguez. One thing to note, Tessa Varmeyer winning OCAA Player of the Week, not just in soccer, but with all things considered, had 4 goals in the last week. Is that good? You tell me.
And it's not like this came out of nowhere either. She's been the MVP for the team. I think she probably has the highest percentage of goals of any team in the OCAA soccer right now for the women.
Well, she's got 10 out of 15, so that would be pretty hard to beat.
Bit of a double-edged sword for the Knights.
Devereaux there pressured by Henriquez. And a nice job there from Molly to get around her defender. As Serena calling for it out for Varmeyer. Sarah Walsh trying to string Varmeyer into the hands there of Mia Hadley. Mohawk, as we mentioned before, playing in their last regular season game. They'll have the weekend off, and they'll play their postseason game on Wednesday. Here's Orozco. Had a goal in her last game, trying to spring Tessa Varmeyer, against Conestoga. And Orozco has played a little bit all over the place on the field. She got that red, 2 yellows, as Toro Moreno trying to find Grace Gray. And she's played in the back line, she's played up front, and she's made a difference everywhere that she's played.
Those kind of players are really important too, because sometimes stuff happens. A person gets injured, and you need that person who can play wherever you need to fill in a spot.
Tessa getting the first one to that ball, trying to give it over for Anisha Goebbels, and it's picked off there by Schwartz. Here's Walsh. Truant in the collision there. She'll be the one with the ball. Truant will shoot, blocked there by Droppert. And Sokaz will make the pass.
One of the reoccurring themes of this season for the Knights has been trying to strike early and often.
There's been a few times this season where Niagara has strike quite early. You go to the opening game against Redeemer, scoring, I guess, both games against Redeemer, scoring in the first 3 minutes in both matches, able to play with a lead for a little bit. Well, to get started with a lead. As Orozco will bring the pressure, and it's covered up there by Hadley.
And the amazing thing about having those early goals too is the fact that we still, Niagara's still only allowed 3 goals in the season, because you expect when you score early that it forces the other team to open up and try to score goals on their own. Yet despite that, Niagara's still only 3 goals in the season in 8 games.
2 of their 3 goals given up this season were actually scored on first against Sheridan and against St. Clair, drawing against St. Clair earlier on this year, and then they were able to win that game against Sheridan 2-1.
And that Sheridan goal was early in that game as well. It forced Niagara to have to open up themselves and get one back, which they did really quickly.
Devereaux give and go there with Grace Gray. Devereaux able to keep the ball here, but she'll give this one up. It'll trickle out of play.
She's been doing a real good job of getting the ball through their defense a lot. And even when she was back there, had a good give and go with Gray early in the game there too.
I believe the Mohawk coach is already up and active on the sideline, and we're a couple minutes into the game.
Just past the 6-minute mark here at Young Sportsplex, as Toro Moreno will take this ball here. Serena, as it's put on net there by Orozco, didn't get enough of what she wanted. Devereaux there to apply pressure. But again, you go back to that last game at home against Fanshawe, 2 games where it's gotten off to quite the slow start, as Bogasat blocking that one there. As Sarah Walsh will slow things down, looking for Grace Gray.
Might take a little while to literally warm up in this case as well with the colder weather.
Currently feeling like 10 degrees at the start of the game here at Young Sportsplex. Cleared there by LaRoche. And it's picked up there by Tor Moreno. Goebel, she'll shoot, and stopped there by Mia Hadley. Coming into action today, Tessa Varmeyer, 4th in goals in the OCAA. And a leader in the Western Division. By far and away the leader in the Western Division, the closest being Walsh from St. Clair with 7 goals.
Somebody front post. Everybody mark out. Get in the post.
Sarah will take the corner here for the Knights. Walsh in a collision there with LaRoche. A big collision there. LaRoche taking the most of it. Just 9 minutes into this game.
I would say about 90% of the game has been spent in the Mountaineers' end so far.
We'll have a look at the collision between Walsh and LaRoche. LaRoche just didn't see it coming. I think she had the wind knocked out of her on that one. Looks to be okay, but looks like she's gonna come out of this game. Part of me knows she won't. And Dropper will take the free kick. Here's Speck. Goebel's calling for it. It'll be a bit of a miscommunication there between Gray and Goebbels, as there's another collision between Goebbels and Henriquez. Coach Gianni telling his troops to settle down early on here into this game. 10 minutes gone by here. As Devereaux trying to find Varmeyer, but 3 orange jerseys in Varmeyer's way. I'm sure the message for this Mountaineers team is to take Tessa Varmeyer out of the game. I mean, you can't stop Tessa Varmeyer. You can kind of just only hope to contain her, as Bogaset and Walsh there combined to clear that ball.
Yeah, I was actually thinking earlier too, is that Varmeyer's hasn't really had much chances yet as far as that's concerned. But all it takes though is just you can't give her anything, because as soon as you give her anything, that ball is almost certainly going to go in the back of the net.
If you're the Knights, though, it would be nice to see a little bit more diversity of offensive production. Because if anything, if Varmeyer got red carded, that would really put him in a pickle.
It's funny, Niagara currently 3rd most goals in the Western Conference with 15. With such a lopsided goal total throughout the team, as this one's sent in and batted down by Broussard. LaRoche on that ball seems to be okay. We mentioned Isabella Broussard getting the start here in this one today. And I mean, for Coach Lalama, he almost has a 2-headed monster in net with Broussard and Haste. She'll bat that one down, and Rodriguez will be the first to it. Some pressure here from the Mountaineers as Broussard will slow things down.
It is nice to have some redundancy in net, though, so that way if something happens to one of your goalies, you know, you still got someone you can rely on to come in and take over.
One of the keys of the Knights' defense is the sheer volume of time they spend in opposing territory.
But even when they get into Niagara territory, you've got so many players who are very, very good at defending, likes of Bogus at Speck, Orozco. I know she's playing up. Many more I could talk about. And on to the point of Holly Bogasat, she didn't get much playing time in the first few games. She got into the starting lineup when Orozco had her red card, and she's been so good for this team. You have her and Savannah Speck in year one for this team. It's been really fun to watch as Speck will take down Glasbergen. Goebel's tripping there, trying to spring Varmeyer. Last year, the Knights losing Sarah Vogel and Molly DiPasquale, two key pieces for their back line, and you replace it with Savannah Speck and Holly Bogasat.
And I think a key thing for the Knights, too, with their defense is they're very good at getting the ball up really quickly. So even, like you said, even if it does get in their zone, they're very good at getting it back out of their zone and up on the rush again.
More back in position.
Mohawk able to recover this ball, looking to get something going through midfield as it's off the head of Walsh. Glasbergen will look to go the other way here. Glasbergen trying to center, but it's off the leg there of Sarah Walsh. It'll be a corner for the Mountaineers. We've had a few corners so far into this game, 15 minutes in.
Not too many chances off those corners yet so far, though. I wonder if how much the sun is a factor in that right now, especially when they're kicking from the far side.
That is true. There's a bunch of players with their hands over their eyes as that one's headed down and cleared by Orozco. Throw in Luna Leo. Throwing it in for Kelly. Toro Moreno trying to spring. Tessa Varmeyer can't get to that ball. Grace Gray will pick up the clear here. Collision there between Truant and LaRoche, who's down a couple times now. That LaRoche has gone down.
Tough start for LaRoche.
I mean, aggravation of what she was dealing with before, possibly.
The LED lights starting to turn on here at Young Sportsplex. Currently 6:20 p.m. sunset set for 6:45.
Another sign of the fall there, right? Sunset before 7 o'clock.
The roast down for an extended period. Our first major stoppage of the game.
It's crazy that 3 or 4 months ago our nights were almost till 9 o'clock. And once the clock turns over, it'll be dark at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, those nights where you get it, where you're like back from school at 4 or 5 o'clock at the dark, it's certainly a switch, that's for sure.
more than halfway to the winter equinox.
Can feel the wind picking up now too a little bit.
Coming into today, gusts set to go up to 35 kilometers an hour. Certainly have felt it here so far, and I can tell you, pre-game, being on the field, the wind really, really blows on the turf, so you can probably add an extra few kilometers onto that statistic. Devereaux there, pressured by Henriquez. Devereaux trying to find Orozco, can't complete that pass. Devereaux will just simply clear. Goebbels nearly kept that in. Good effort there from Anisha.
I wasn't sure at first she was going to get there, but she almost did.
Rodriguez across there for Calix. Henriquez defended here by Devereaux. Good job there from Devereaux to force it out. We get throw in here for Liu. Three white shirts in that corner. Devereaux will send it, clear it. Rodriguez to pick it up. Still pressure here from the Mountaineers as it's played there by Calix. Tormoreno will slow this one down into the feet of Broussard.
First time in a while it feels that the Mohawk has had good sustained control inside Niagara zone. Like they've been in here before, but it's been kind of in a rush, whereas now they were actually able to move around, pass the ball back and forth a little bit, get maybe a little bit inside there, but that's kind of like, it's ball control, right?
Yeah, I mean, Niagara was definitely the heavy favorite coming into today. And it's been a good job by Mohawk to keep it kind of even keeled on both sides of the ball. Sienna Tormoreno into the game for Hannah Truant. Just 20 minutes into this one. Here's Schwartz, picked up there by Walsh. Schwartz and Glasbergen pressuring Walsh. It'll be out of play. And Mohawk ball. Walsh does not like the call. Centering across there onto the boot of Henriquez. Good job there by the back line just to not let Henriquez get a good shot off there on Isabella Broussard.
Yeah, that's about as dangerous as I think it's gotten for Mohawk. But then again, there hasn't been a whole lot of dangerous chances that Niagara has gotten in the last several minutes for a while now.
Niagara can play a high-powered offensive game. They can also play a defensive game. We're seeing that here today as Varmeyer trying to get to that loose ball. It'll trickle out of play. We saw that her elusive speed on display there. Trying to get past Sokaz. Here's Tormoreno to her sister Sienna. She'll get taken down no call, and it'll go the other way for the Mountaineers with Gademi. Notice here today, guys, Devereaux's done a really good job of using her body and having good body positioning against the Mountaineers, forcing them to give the ball away or kick it out of play.
I think she's been my favorite player that's done the best job so far. And it's her speed, too. She'd be able to use her speed, get that in front of the ball, and like you said, use the positioning.
Yeah, in that last sequence, she really turned on the afterburners.
Gray calling for that ball out of her reach. Grace Gray playing up front here today for the Knights. Bit of a different starting lineup as we talked about in the opening. Sienna Torremoreno not in the starting lineup. Not that that is the end-all be-all. But making 8 starts this year has been Sienna, so definitely surprising to see her not start in this one here today. Here's Goebbels.
Your 4th start for Gray of the season as well now.
Here's Orozco. Getting pressured there, able to keep the ball. She'll shoot, and an easy stop there for Maya Hadley. And to your point, DJ, Grace Gray's playing time has kind of been up and down. She missed a couple of games this season, but back in the starting lineup for the Knights.
Makes you wonder if she'll be one of the first ones to come out when they need to make a switch.
The Knights with a ton of depth on this team, not just in your starting 11, but you've got 5 or 6 different girls off the bench, more than that, honestly. You can come in and make a difference. Obviously today, team short-handed as Devereaux losing the ball for just a second there. And Orozco will look to go the other way.
Three shots so far for the Knights, but all 3 of them went straight to the goaltender. I don't think she even had to move much at all in order to save all 3.
Very routine stops for Hadley, but as the great one once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
And then props to Hadley for good positioning as well, right? Because a good goalie, you don't have to necessarily move. You know right where the ball's going to be.
She's been able to see the ball the whole way through. As it's picked up there by Varmeyer and off an orange sweater.
I think part of the low score too, of course, is Varmeyer hasn't done much this game. Haven't really been able to get open and get a chance. And whether or not that's because of Mohawk or defense or not, you got to say something about that, right?
Give it a go there for Orozco. Chance here, and it's shot and blocked. Chance here for Varmeyer, and it's stopped. Best look at the game for the Knights. Mia Hadley having to be sharp there.
And that's, again, why you have to continue. You never know with Varmeyer, right? Be quiet, and then all of a sudden just come out of nowhere.
Serena Torremoreno getting her ankles broken On that play, Mohawk looking to build some pressure here as it's centered across. Grace Gray looking to be the first one to it. And off the collision there, it's going to be a goal kick.
I think I saw 5 Mohawk players there with their hands raised saying it was their ball, but ref disagrees.
I think if I'm a player, it's always my ball. I don't care what happened. It's always my ball. A little bit of gamesmanship there by the Mountaineers.
Ref not agreeing, though.
Just about midway through the half.
Midway through the half, to your point, and pretty quiet first 28 minutes so far. Orozco here looking to change that, trying to spring Varmeyer, showing off her speed, and the first one to it is Dropper.
Devereaux going to come in for the throw.
On that. Get it out. Come on, please. Come on, get that out, Sue.
Pressure there from Tormarino forcing that ball out of play. It'll stay with Niagara. Nice job there from Tormarino to get that ball shot well wide, but nonetheless, a good job there to apply pressure. Force it out of play.
Keep them on their toes there.
Here's Anisha. Back for Bogasat.
Again, reach. Second ball, reach. Push it out.
Ball just staying in play there for Hannah Kelly. Not for too long, though. It'll be Niagara ball off the throw, and Sarah Walsh to take it. We'll get some substitutions here for Mohawk. Valerie
LaRoche coming back in.
LaRoche coming back in. To DJ's point, and Rodriguez will have a seat. LaRoche having a rough first 30 minutes of this game. Not much of her fault, but just a couple of collisions there. Glad to see that she's okay.
You missed the ball.
That was my first thought when I saw it was LaRoche coming in. I'm like, oh, thank God, she's fine.
Also, it doesn't seem to look like either of these benches think they're going to be coming in anytime soon. In these colder weather games, it's an extended warm-up before they come in.
To your point, MJ, the Niagara bench certainly shorthanded here today. No Kylie Pringle, no Josie Sever, no Sierra Workington, no Allison Fivierge. So the starters here today are going to get the majority of the action.
Hey, remember, we want to rotate it, right? Ray, we want to get it rotated, right?
Mountaineers coach delivering some instructions.
The only players really off the bench available: Annalise Nickel, Michaela Burke, and Hannah Truman, who got the start today but currently on the bench.
6. Inside the 6. And then centrally. Centrally in the 6.
Niagara, the chance on the corner with Sienna Tormoreno centering here. Chance there. And it's picked up there by the keeper, Hadley.
Sun's starting to go down now here too, so won't be as much of an effect on the corner kicks now.
Sunset set for 6:45 here in Welland. Goebels shooting that one just high. What a shot by Goebels. And if that was on target, that was going in.
Everyone holding their breath on that one.
That one got kicked across her body in the opposing direction.
Niagara starting to get a little bit of something going. As Mohawk has done a good job of taking Niagara's offense out of the game for the most part here today. Those chances have kind of just came out of nowhere, as there's a chance here for Varmar can't pick up that ball.
And when you say lots, not a lot, taking Niagara's offense out, they seem to be taking Varmeier out, which, considering how much she is the Niagara offense at this point.
If you're on that Mohawk sideline and if you can take her out of the game, you like your chances to pick up at least 1 point. Well, you got to remember, against that game, Sheridan, as the Mountaineers were wanting the call, Varmeier was pretty much locked down by Garcia, and in that second half, she got right back to what she does, scoring 2 goals. Probably could have had 3 or 4 in that half alone.
That's true. Like, she was
Nice move there from Glasbergen, putting it on net there and stopped by Broussard, who won NC Women's Athlete of the Week just a few weeks ago with her shutout against Fanshawe.
Yeah, going back to Varmeier, like the other game in Sheridan, she was, yeah, like you said, she was taken up by Garcia pretty well, but then you got that one moment there where she scored 2 goals in a row, bam, bam, and that's the danger of Varmeier. Like, just 1 or 2 chances, and next thing you know, that ball's in the back of the net. You can't sleep on her.
If you give her an inch, she's going to go a mile. Probably more than that, to be honest. Tessa currently 4th in the OCAA in goals, 1st in the Western Division. Got substitution here for Mohawk. Coming out of the game is Emma Henriquez.
Coming in from Mohawk, number 12, Brianna Beckles.
And Brianna Beckles will check on in for the Knights. Pardon me, the Mountaineers. Toro Moreno trying to find Varmeier. Ball loose there for a second, but Mohawk able to recover. A little stay in play here for Glasbergen. Toro Moreno trying to pry that ball free. She can't, as it's played there by Walsh.
Devereaux going all the way up there for that chance, too. She's been all over the place today.
We've seen Devereaux up on the wing at times this year. And she's back on the back lines here today. She'll take down a Mountaineer no call, as that ball looking for Tessa Here's Devereaux.
Great move by here to get past the defender, too.
Stay with it, Phil. Man on. That's okay, Phil.
Good, Sil. Get in the middle, Sil.
Stop! Stop! Come on!
Orozco back for Bogasat. Bogasat getting some pressure applied on her. Sarah Walsh making the play there, giving away. And Mohawk will get the ball with 38.5 minutes in this first half. Here's Tara Moreno over for Goebbels. Goebbels shooting there, blocked by Dropper. And a chance, centering chance that is, across. Grace Gray will pick this one up for Varmar. Walsh, she'll center. But it's cleared there. Fanned on a little bit. Tara Moreno, she'll shoot. And right into the hands of Hadley. But the pressure from the Knights forcing chances from the Mountaineers.
They seem to be certainly picking things up right now, that's for sure.
Hey, Rage. Come on, Rage. Help that there, Brianna.
Get that out, Phil.
Yeah, booted down the length of the field. Bogasat the first to it, leaving it for Broussard. Start outside of the box and up to midfield.
Keep going. Go for... Go, go, go. You gotta get back. Keep it up. Stop, man, come on.
Here's Orozco.
Step on that.
Orozco back for Goebbels.
Keep going, Reed.
Goebbels able to keep it there for Serena. Serena looking for Varmar. That pass picked off and sent down the length of the field. And it'll stay in right in the wheelhouse there of Beckles, defended by Speck. Beckles with a burst of speed there with Speck falling down, and she'll be okay. As the Mountaineers will make a substitution. The bench of Niagara not active whatsoever here in this first half. Glasbergen will have a seat, and checking in is Henriquez.
Guys, pick up, man. Run. Watch, run. Oh. Run out. Man.
Devereaux feeling the pressure there for Goebbels, able to keep it in, but it's given away there for Schwartz. Socas. Tormorino getting that ball loose. A chance here for Varmar the other way. Here comes Tessa. Out of her reach and cleared out of play by Hadley. Into the 42nd minute here so far, guys, and not too much to talk about in terms of chances on either side.
Nothing that's really been all that dangerous so far.
Come on, keep working. Who's helping? Got you.
Bogasat will give it up there for Walsh.
Nothing.
Walsh with some pressure by Henriquez. Devereaux looking to keep that in. She will. Good hustle there from Devereaux. Just actually barely out of play.
Man.
And a quick throw in here by the Mountaineers.
Come on.
Orozco will shoot Hit out of the play. Ball off of one of our microphones.
Roscoe's had a few almost good, decent chances actually this game as well. She's been a little bit dangerous.
Look the skip, look the skip.
Giving away there to Varmar. She'll shoot. And stop there by Hadley. Definitely a message by the Knights coaching staff is to shoot the ball as many times as you can on Hadley. Chance here for Varmar. The ball on the back there of Hadley, having a bit of a chuckle there. Walsh in the midfield, picked up there by Dropper. And guess who's there to get the loose ball? It's Molly Devereaux.
Everywhere. She's in the midfield now. Getting that chance in there.
With the first half about to close, I'd say this is will go down in the history books as a real grind first half.
To your point, probably the way that Mohawk wanted this first half to go, besides obviously not getting a goal, but Tessa Varmar really hasn't had too many chances. You're playing well defensively. It's been almost like a trap game here today.
Yeah, if you're Mohawk, you're probably happy with how this first half went, considering how explosive the Knights' offense has been.
It's into action today. Third most goals in the Western Division. We'll see how much extra time is added on here in the first half.
Not too much, I imagine. There wasn't too much stoppage this time for that one injury.
Toro Moreno taken down.
Hasn't been a very physical game either, all that much.
Expect that to definitely amp up as we get down closer into the second half and onward. Niagara looking to take care of business here today, and Mohawk looking to end their season on a high.
With being the last game for Mohawk, you know they want to try to win this one. And with a bang.
Lots of chatter on the field.
Yeah, some confusion amongst the Mountaineers.
Goebbels will take the free kick here, centered out front, and nobody home. And that's going to do it for the first half. Not too much, really, if anything, for either of these two teams. And we mentioned just a moment ago, probably the perfect first half Mohawk had on the road against the top team in the conference.
Props to them for stopping Tessa Farmeyer from having much of a chance at all. She had one good shot right near the end where the ball happened to go right to her. She had a good shot, but there wasn't even, and Hadley was right there for the save anyway.
Absolutely, and Hadley's been sharp when need be. She hasn't had any super fantastic saves that she's been forced to make, but the saves that she's had to make, she's made them, and that's all you can ask out of your keeper.
And I mean, really, the best goaltenders are the one that make it look easy. If you're where you're supposed to be, then you won't have to make those amazing saves because you're doing exactly the job you're supposed to do.
And exactly doing their job is Isabella Broussard. Real sharp here today. I was surprised to see her get the start in this one here today, but she's proven us wrong. She's been sharp here so far.
And props to Molly Devereaux as well. And it seems the ball seems to have run through her a lot, whether through the back end. We saw near the midfield that she had was kind of controlling the ball there, and she's even been up on the wing, up at the front as well. So she's really been the one that's been everywhere for this team, using the speed and, like you said earlier, her just being on the right side of the ball too.
We'll step aside for halftime here at Young Sportsplex. 0-0 between the Mountaineers and the Knights.
Okay, I'm Sarah Workington.
I'm Tessa Barmeyer.
I'm Anisha Goebbels.
I'm Sarah Haste.
I'm Shanna Tormetto, and we're playing Point of Mount.
Who's the most likely to forget their cleats before a road game?
I've never forgotten my cleats for a game. Fun fact, knock on wood though. I never
Tessa will just forget.
I've never forgotten my cleats, guys. Sensitive topic. Sensitive topic. Too soon.
How many yellows you got? Okay, next.
Next question.
Who gets the off before the game? 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we'll give you
It's
props.
No,
for
it's
that
like both
one.
of us.
It's both.
Yeah,
It's
it's
both.
both.
Just combined playlist.
First speaker, combined playlist.
Yeah.
I queued some songs though.
Brazil
It's Brazilian, Spanish, Penelope. That's a speaker's name.
Yeah.
So.
Want to have off in this group? 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, Sarah.
I listen to country music.
Okay, no, I'm a country fan. I do like country music, so maybe I'll give you
It
one.
wouldn't hype you up before
Like,
a game.
not before a game.
You know,
Yeah.
Who's organizing the team dinner? 3, 2.
You got it.
She's
Yeah.
responsible.
She's the responsible one.
We already had one at her house.
Yeah.
Who talks the most on the bus? 3, 2.
All three of you. Sorry.
I don't take the bus, so no targeting here.
We're pretty loud.
Yeah.
We are, yeah. 8 a.m. music's going. We don't care if you're sleeping or not.
In before the cereal? 3, 2.
Why me?
I don't know.
You've definitely done that. You've done that.
Yeah, I've done it before, but it was supposed to be on the low.
Who's got the best goal celebrations on the team? 3, 2.
It's just because she's the only one that
scoring.
plans her
Yeah.
celebration.
Yeah.
Bring on the bus. She's
No, the
planning
next
them.
the next Ellie's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Group chat. 3, 2.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can be
it's-
Sarah. Stuff. We
I
just
respond
read
to
it.
myself like 5
She
times.
doesn't answer.
No, she doesn't answer either.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. Only if
I feel like I don't talk.
I
on the
respond to
group
my
chat.
head.
Yeah.
Everyone's just looking at my chat while I'm
Yeah.
The half flipping
peeking.
goes crazy. Yeah.
Who's the most likely to oversleep and miss the team bus for a road game?
Did you
miss
wait
the
for the
3, 2,
3, 2, 1?
1?
Yeah.
But her.
Yeah.
100%.
Hey, I make it there with my speaker, so we're good.
Yeah.
3, 2.
If we had a track team and
Yeah,
basketball,
I was thinking about basketball, but
Yeah.
I never tried.
I didn't think about
Thank you.
track.
Yeah.
Who's the most likely to have their highlights saved in their camera roll?
3, 2, 1.
We don't need a
I-
count.
I already
we don't
do.
need a count.
It's already saved. She would do it with
Oh,
me.
those
She
two,
would
those
do it with me.
two, those
It's
two.
all of
I
them.
just get dragged into it.
It's already saved.
Every game. It's already planned.
Who would you least want to have date yourself?
Oh!
Okay, go. 3, 2, 1.
Serious? We can't discuss this one on camera.
Walsh! Yeah, we're picking Walsh!
Yeah,
We
Walsh.
picked Walsh!
It's her.
Oh, thanks for watching, guys.
I say the strength of the program is just its variety. Whether you're looking to go radio, television, or film, there's always something for everyone. And even inside those specific streams, there's anything you could possibly want. You could direct, you could do audio, you can tape cables down if that's what you like. There's always something for everyone.
This program not only prepared me with the vast skills of editing, television production, the foundations I really need, but I think it really provided me with a strong work ethic in order to complete programs, deadlines. With live television specifically is one of those things where, you don't have opportunities to take breaks. It's really that foundation to what the real world is like in the world of television.
The program does an amazing job of preparing us for real life. Hands-on cameras, hands-on like you're in a real radio station. Through 3 years, that's massive. And a lot of programs don't offer that, but the first day you're in NC, you're in the labs, you're on the radio, you're touching electronics, you're touching microphones, you're getting to know all the technology, and it's great. They really prepare you for that real life scenario, right? So as soon as you step out the door of NC, you can go work at a radio station, you can go work at a news station and know what to expect because you've been there before.
I love the facilities that we get to work in. I love that I get to, sit in this radio lab and look at these boards and be in the industry. Every day I come to school, I really feel immersed in my education.
I find the teachers here are very helpful. They do care about everything they do. They always try to push you in the right way to do better. And as long as you put some kind of effort into your work and show that you care, they will be behind you and support you to make sure you succeed.
I love my teachers. I think that they are the driving force of this program. I think they care about each student so much.
I think one of the big things that I take away from the college is really about the staff, the instructors, the professors that work here. They really care about the students and their success, and I think that really resonated for me when I was here and also when I left here, which is one of the reasons why I like to come back and kind of give back to the students that are here now.
We've had a ton of different opportunities and great opportunities. For example, Canada Games. I had an opportunity to do some play-by-play for that for baseball and volleyball. So that was a pretty cool opportunity for me. As well as doing the college sports games, I do a lot of play-by-play for that. Volleyball, basketball. So that's a really good opportunity. Some of the opportunities that I've got being part of the program.
The 1-1. And that ball's ripped into right center field. That'll get down, and that's going to get past the right fielder and roll all the way to the wall. Rounding third base is McDonald. He'll score. It's a double. And BC, just like that, is within one.
Forced turnover. Here's Stewart. Euro steps to the basket. Reverse. Count it. What a finish. And the foul. Stewart, another turnover on Sheridan. Mitchell, heat check. She got it. Oh my, Taryn Mitchell.
Perfect. We're back for second half action between the Mountaineers and the Knights. My name is Alex Vandenhack, joined alongside me, my partners, DJ Bloxell, I'm Jay Graham. What are your guys' thoughts on the first half so far?
It's been pretty slow so far going. I mean, not a lot of action in the offense zone for either team, but a few chances here and there. Mohawk's got to be happy about what's going on. Niagara, they're still going. They're still going strong.
On this chilly Wednesday night here at Young's, look at Tessa Varmeyer grabbing her sleeves and shivering a little bit, just like us three in the booth.
Interesting that the Knights chose not to re-warm up during the half. Where Redeemer did a little bit.
To be fair, the Niagara hasn't made many substitutions. I think only one or two during the first half. So a lot of their players are tired and whatnot. I saw Devereaux and Grace Gray get warming up. To your point, MJ, but it looked like most of the sideline of the Mountaineers were up trying to stay warm.
Feels like there hasn't been a lot of end-to-end action in this game yet either, too. So there hasn't been. I feel Molly Devereaux has been running a lot back and forth, up and down. But other than that, there doesn't seem to have been a lot of where they're just running down, trying to catch up on the play.
You know who the happiest person in the world is about that? Coach Paul Gianni. If the Knights were to play if this turned into a run and gun game, that certainly goes into the favor of the Knights, whereas a defensive game, it's kind of 50-50. But 50-50 is better than a big advantage. There's a chance here the other way here for Mohawk, as it's played there by Glasbergen. Savannah will send this out of play. Savannah Speck, 5'6" from Fawn Hill, the MVP of the women's soccer team at Eden High School in her first season. So, been really fun player to watch here so far.
Fawn Hill and Eden, not exactly side by side.
Eden High School in St. Catharines.
Private high school, I believe.
Good job there from Orozco to send that towards the sidelines and out of center of the field. So they're looking for Varmeyer here. And it's played back for Walsh. Here comes Tessa. Tessa faking the centering pass there. She'll get it back for Devereaux.
Knights starting strong this half.
Here's Tormoreno. Mohawk will get the ball here and like to take it the other way with Rodriguez. Rodriguez slowing things down here. Both teams switching sides at halftime. Starting to get dark here at Young Sportsplex, we mentioned, and especially in that first half hour, so the sun's certainly an issue as Goebbels will shoot here. Chance here from Goebbels, high and wide. Had a really, really good chance in that first half, or if it was on net, it was going in the back of the net. Missed it by about 7 or 8 inches.
Missed it by that much.
Orozco applying pressure there. As it's into the feet there of Goebbels and played there by the Mountaineers.
Things seem to have opened up so far this half. A lot more than the first half.
Looking for Gray, and it's picked off there by LaRoche.
LaRoche taking that one off the visage.
Here's Gray with nice pass there. Chance here for Tor Moreno. Tor Moreno, she'll shoot just off the hands of Hadley and over the net. By far the best chance for the Knights. I thought Tor Moreno was going to take it as soon as she got the ball there, but granted, she got just as good of a look, if not better.
I think it's the first time all game where I felt like either team, where I'm tensing up right before the kick because I actually think there's a good chance it might go in.
I don't think she wanted to take the off-foot kick.
Fair point.
Knights, though, starting this half with some real pressure.
Goebbels will leave it back there for Tor Moreno, catching the Mohawks off guard. Goebbels trying to send her nobody home, and it'll be out of play. The wind gusts have kind of calmed down here in this second half. They're up to about 35 kilometers an hour, DJ.
Yeah, you can feel the wind gusts a little bit now, that's for sure. And Goebbels definitely put a little too much on that one in order to end up being a corner instead of a center.
A little too much mustard on that hot dog.
Here's Molly.
Get that out.
Goebbels trying to center when catching that ball, and Bogasat will knock it down here, and it'll get picked up by Rodriguez.
I feel there's a little bit more communication going on between the Knights players as well. That they seem to be using a little bit more deception in some of the things that they've been doing to get the ball past Mohawk. Kind of learning from the first half, I'm guessing.
Communication at times for this Knights team hasn't been where they've wanted it to be, despite their 6-0-2 start to their season. Tor Moreno can't keep possession of that ball. And guess who's there using her body positioning to a T? It's Molly Devereaux.
I think she's been MVP of the night so far this game.
Devereaux in year 2 on the Knights from Ridgeway, Ontario. And her senior night here tonight. The Knights looking to pick up the 3 points on senior night. Broussard giving out some instructions.
I'm sure the Knights definitely want this win because they want to be able to keep ahead of St. Clair.
Knights 2 points up on St. Clair. St. Clair does have a tiebreaker as they have the higher goal total. Farmeyer there applying pressure on the Dropper. Chance here for Grace Gray. Get whistled down for offside. Taking a look at St. Clair's last 2 games. Thursday against Fanshawe, as we mentioned, at home, and then Conestoga makes the trip. So 2 winnable games for St. Clair, you'd have to think they'll pick up bare minimum 4 points.
Puts a lot of pressure on the Knights field to make sure that they win both their games to keep ahead.
Niagara certainly controlling their own destiny of where they seed in the postseason. Be important to have home field throughout because it'll be West versus East. You don't want to make that trip to Eastern Ontario. Much nicer to have your own home cooking here in Welland. Ogaset will go for a run, passing it over for Grace Gray, where she'll be pressured there by LaRoche. Back for Walsh. And a nice job there by Schwartz to knock that down, but Niagara will keep possession. Here's Tor Moreno. Tor Moreno trying to shoot, and it's blocked. And Walsh gets taken down there by Droppert. Seems to be no worse for wear after that collision. It'll be a free kick here for the Knights.
Two more. Who's going in?
I think we have some footwear issues at center field.
Hadley giving instructions. And Walsh will take the free kick. Oh my goodness, just missing that top corner. As Bogasak continues to have issues with her equipment, seems to be all sorted now. Speck helping out Bogasak behind the play, staying back. Speck will lose her balance. And there to save the day is Devereaux. And it's picked up there by Goebbels. Back for Varmeyer. Here comes Tessa.
Stay with herself. Who's there?
Tessa back for Tor Moreno. A nice job there by LaRoche to go the other way. Bogasak will use her body on LaRoche. She'll go out of play. And it'll be a corner here for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, this game really opened up this half, that's for sure. A lot more, like I said, back and forth play.
Almost approaching the 60-minute mark. 58-25 gone by so far. As Orozco will pick up the ball in midfield. Orozco thought about shooting. She'll try and do a give a go. Varmeyer, a little bit of frustration behind the play.
Too many bodies on her.
That's, to your point, DJ, you look back at the game against Sheridan, what they did to Varmeyer is there was always someone on her no matter what, if not two bodies. And the chances that Tessa got came because there was a defensive breakdown on her. And Mohawk has done that so far, and credit to them, it's worked 60 minutes in.
I know one of the goals that Varmeyer had against Sheridan too, it was because she broke through the defense. Because she's got that ability sometimes.
Here's Gray getting around her defender. Grace will shoot off the post. So close, Grace Gray looking for goal number 1 on the season.
I thought that was in. I thought that was in. I thought it was going to bounce off the post and in, but...
Take a look at that shot by Grace Gray. Just a half inch to the left. And we're celebrating a Grace Gray goal.
It was a beautiful shot. Got to give her props for that.
The Knights have gotten that left corner look a few times now in the last couple minutes.
She beat everyone except for the pole.
Saying is in hockey, the post and the crossbar are the goalie's best friend, and right there, proving to be the case here in soccer.
I'm sure Hadley is thinking that post right now, that's for sure.
Knights bench up and active.
Goebbels will get taken down. To your point, MJ, about the Knights bench really hasn't been used at all here today. As Tormarino will take the corner, and it's picked up by Orozco. Substitution upcoming for Mohawk. Goodiemi will come into the game in exchange for Henriquez.
After a fast start, once again, this game, the pace is really grinding down.
It's been almost in waves, MJ, where it's been run and gun for both sides, and then it's calmed down to be a more defensive match.
I allowed them to catch their breath for a little bit before they open up again.
An interesting note here. Niagara, the last time Niagara scored at home, whether if it was here or at Notre Dame, was at the 49th minute of the game against Sheridan. So they've been shut out pretty much for two games worth here at home.
Which is kind of worrying when you think about it.
Absolutely right, like, especially when you're against, with all due respect, lesser teams like Fanshawe and Mohawk. But you got to give credit to Mohawk. They've held themselves in this game, and they've eliminated most chances here from Niagara.
But it's funny that's at home in particular too, because it's not like the teams have learned how to shut down Varmeyer.
You would think you'd score more at home than on the road, but certainly just an overall weird statistic. Knights looking to change that. Here on this play, it'll trickle out of bounds.
Gray was looking to get that, but couldn't quite get there in time.
Niagara has only scored 4 goals at home this season, and this is game 4. If you want to call it 3.5, sure, but for a team that scored 15 goals on the season, the fact there's such a drastic split like that is a little, I don't want to say concerning, but certainly that opens your eye.
And 3 of them were against Sheridan.
Yeah. The other goal coming against Redeemer, and that 1-0 victory on opening day. Two white jerseys on Henriquez as it'll go the other way.
Looks like we got a pile up down there.
You know who I think is the happiest people watching this game is St. Clair, as we're almost in the 67th minute and they're knotted up 0-0. If Niagara were to draw here today, they'd be at 21 points, putting that shot scores by Madison Rodriguez. What a shot! Completely out of the reach.
Sarge didn't have the wingspan for that one.
For Brassard. We'll take a look. A long distance shot and perfectly placed. Nothing much Brassard can do. You just kind of have to tip your cap.
I was going to say, yeah, Brassard had no chance on that. It was a perfectly placed shot.
As we mentioned, St. Clair is happy with the result here so far. Now that it's 1-0.
If you're the Knights, you really got to shift up a gear now.
Absolutely. 3 points is key here today.
Because, I mean, tie is one thing, but the loss, because a tie means that if St. Clair wins tomorrow, then they're tied with Niagara for points.
But St. Clair has the tiebreaker.
Do they?
Yep, because it would be goals for as those two teams tied.
Okay.
Earlier this season, usually it's the head-to-head, but when you draw, it's your goals for.
No call. Oh, we got a lot of bodies on the field. No calls.
Gadiemi gets taken down. No call as the goal scorer, Rodriguez, gets taken down as well. A couple of collisions.
Whole lot of action in those last 5 seconds.
Well, things got to open up for Niagara now, right? They want to get that win.
Take a look at the penalty. Speck gets taken out, and Rodriguez taking the worst of it. And then you can see there, Savannah Speck looks to be equipment issue.
Now, if you're the Knights coach, how much are you considering going to the bench? Because these starters are going to start getting gassed out.
I mean, it's certainly a thought, but at the same time, when you get a stoppage in play like this, you have more time to rest. But this is a Niagara team that's shorthanded here today. No Kylie Pringle, no Josie Severin, no Sierra Workington, and no Allison Thivierge, which in normal circumstances you probably would go to your bench at least earlier on in the game, but
the bench with some injury problems.
I don't know how much the cold is affecting them too.
Start of the game, it was feeling like 10 degrees. Now it's 11 degrees, feeling like 7. And I will say, being at field level at times, it feels a lot cooler at field level. The gusts really pick up in the open space. as Brianna Beckles will check into the game for Madison Rodriguez. As we're in the 69th minute here, Niagara gonna have to bring up the intensity here as they're trailing by 1 up against a team that is at the other part of the standings compared to the Knights.
Still waiting for Varmeyer to take some control of the game as well, but I mean, she can only do what they let her do in a way too. But Varmeyer at times though, she's been really good at breaking through some defenses, so maybe still trying to figure them out.
I wonder if that's a scouting report issue.
Well, I will say Mohawk definitely has done their homework. Coach Lalama with some instructions for the Knights.
Parts of me wonder too, maybe Niagara is trying to figure out ways to score without relying on Varmeyer as well, to see if they can open things up.
You'd hope so. At the same time, you're still chasing that first seed. Coming into today, Niagara 2 points up on St. Clair. St. Clair with a tiebreaker. Tomorrow night, St. Clair takes on Fanshawe.
Fanshawe, of course, playing Niagara to a tie, I believe, at the last.
Yep.
Yep.
The goalless streak here for the Knights at home, creeping at almost 120 minutes here. As Niagara playing here with a more urgency as the clock continues to trickle down. Devereaux with a shot wide of the net. Devereaux limping a little bit after that shot.
Knights with about 20 minutes to pick up 2 goals to pull this thing out.
$17 and a half minutes left to go here in this second half, and a disappointing result here so far. Short-handed Knights team here today. Trying to take care of business and chase that #1 seed in the division.
If St. Clair jumped Niagara, who would be their first round game?
It would be the 8 seed out east, but still lots of time, lots of games to be played this weekend and some action over the next couple days. Niagara will be back here on Saturday for their game against Lambton. Niagara winning their previous matchup against Lambton.
Not the greatest of years for either of Lambton's soccer teams.
good, girls. Let's just play. I'm watching it. My eyes are right on you, girls. Let's just play. We're watching.
Officials with some words for the players, and Savannah Speck look to apply pressure.
I think he's starting to get a little chippy out there now, that's for sure.
Well, it's a rivalry game here today, and I said in the open, you can look at the records. They're great and all. But these rivalry games, those records should be just thrown out the window. You can ask any player on any team, they'll tell you the games they get up for the most is Niagara versus Humbert, Niagara versus Mohawk. Not to say every other game doesn't mean a lot, but those are your rivals. This is the only matchup between these two teams this season.
Some nice moves by Devereaux there.
Devereaux with a strong game here today as we'll get substitutions, it looks like. On the Mohawk side. Emma Rodriguez will come into the game. Goebbels with the ball here. Had a great chance in that first half. Tora Moreno will center. Grace Gray gets taken down. Niagara wanted the call. As the coaching staff for Niagara giving it to the officials, and they probably have the right. As it'll be whistled down for offside. There's a look at Coach Tora Moreno.
Weiermeyer very animated about something.
I think they're going with the linesman on that. Talking about the offside, maybe?
It was whistled down as offside. Having a discussion here. But I definitely do think that it should have been a penalty kick.
Oh, I think they're talking about the call, is what they're talking about, maybe.
Mountaineers coach, not taking this one sitting down.
Hadley getting an explanation for the official. So, after all, Niagara's going to get that kick. It'll be Tessa Varmeyer searching for goal number 11. The biggest play here of the game so far.
Niagara needs this one, and they need one more, really.
Varmeyer will shoot and score.
Line drive.
Tessa Varmeyer depositing goal number 11 as they'll hurry up as they want those 3 points.
At this point, the difference between the difference between the loss and the win, or the tie and the win, is so much more than just the difference between the tie and the loss. They need that extra 2 points.
Essentially, DJ, a draw is essentially a loss, because no matter loss or a tie, you're behind the 8 ball against St. Clair. As the officials and the coaching staff from Niagara having a heated discussion.
Yeah, I'm sure the Mountaineers staff is probably not happy about what happened there. About as not happy as the Knights were.
And sorry, DJ, the Mountaineers sideline's going to get a yellow card. Niagara looking to get another goal here in the last 12 minutes. All the players know the situation of what's going on, what's at stake for this Knights team. Walsh will throw this one in. Rozga looking for it.
Knights looking to strike while the iron's hot.
Absolutely, and that ends that scoreless drought on home turf. Gray will get called for the foul, but that scoreless drought gets broken, but at the end of the day, it was on a kick. It wasn't during the game itself. So, Knights looking for their...
It still counts, but...
And all they need is another kick then.
Moreno will get taken down, and that's going to be a yellow card. We're going to take a look at what happened as Kademi almost takes down Moreno, almost like a linebacker taking down a quarterback.
2 yellow cards in the last 3 minutes.
Both teams getting desperate now.
Goodiemi will have a seat. Essentially the 1 seed on the line here against the Knights. If this was any other game earlier on in the season, you wouldn't see so much desperation out of this Knights team. As they get sent into the box, Orozco, the shot blocked there by Varmeyer. It'll be offside.
Yeah, because like you were saying before about that 2 points is a big difference because you have to assume that St. Clair is going to win both their games. You have to go with that assumption. And in that case, Niagara has to win both their games.
Certainly the desperation in the last, really ever since Mohawk has scored, is really, really turned up. Mohawk looking to finish off their last regular season game here in style. They'll have the weekend off. Back for Goebbels. 8.5 minutes left to go here in this second half.
It's crunch time for the Nets to get the go-ahead goal.
And you know, with that rivalry, the Mountaineers are going to be happy tying Niagara and preventing them from possibly finishing first.
Mohawk will be in the postseason no matter what, but also playing a little bit of spoiler. As Devereaux trying to get past. Foul will get called. It'll be against Leo. And Niagara looking to hurry up here with 7:40 left to go in the second half. Crazy second half at that. Goebbels set to take the free kick. As they'll get knocked down by Rodriguez.
Knights caught out of position right there.
Pursuit there from Broussard. She'll get that ball. The Mountaineers not worried about getting offense here. They just want to have that clock trickle down. If you told the Mountaineers coming into today that they would have the chance to draw, they'd be happy with that.
And as soon as they scored, I'm sure they would have loved to have the win, but going home with a draw, yeah.
As time trickles down, we'll get a whistle here. The official in discussion on that Mohawk sideline. Official having a little bit of a chuckle. Broussard trying to give that ball to Walsh, nearly given away.
Miscommunication error there, I think.
Grace Gray with some instructions for Orozco. Devereaux getting that ball, forcing the turnover. 2 orange sweaters on her. Devereaux trying to center. We put on target and picked up by Hidley. She'll boot it into midfield.
It was a good shot, but
Knights with only a couple minutes left to really ramp up the sense of urgency in this game.
The men's team joining the sidelines as their match approaches at the conclusion of this one. Stressful times, to say the least, here at Young Sportsplex for both sides. Bogasat to throw this one in.
If you're the Knights, you want to at least get one more good look at the net.
Chance there for Tar Moreno. It'll trickle out of play. It'll stay with Niagara. You can hear one of the players saying, "It's the coaches, not us." Tar Moreno to take the corner here. Tar Moreno for Devereaux. Devereaux, she'll shoot, and it's...
Well, they did get a look. It might, sadly, might be the last one.
Still 2:10 left to go. You can see the moon in the background, a full moon at that, showing how crazy this match has been here today. And we still have another one to go. Savannah Speck nearly losing that ball. Would have been an absolute disaster.
the Mohawk trying to match the aggression of the Knights right now.
Tar Moreno looking for Varmeyer. Sent down the length of the field, or Speck will be the first to it. Given away there by Devereaux. She'll apply pressure. It'll be a Mohawk ball. Pardon me, now Niagara. 75 seconds left in regulation time. Be whistled for offside.
Knights are struggling to get one more offensive sequence in.
Broussard looking to change that here for her team. Grace Gray probably had the best look outside of the penalty kick where it was off the post and probably a half-inch to the left, Niagara would have the 2-1 lead.
Coming in from Mohawk, number 12, Brianna Beckles.
Wouldn't got a hold of that ball.
Maybe half an inch. We'll decide who's the first seed here in the Western Division. Niagara looking for a miracle here. Niagara draws here today. It will be essentially a loss, as St. Clair will have the tiebreaker as we're into extra time.
Ref almost signaling like, what? I'm getting his hands like what can I do? There's a foul. Yeah, the Knights haven't really put a lot of pressure on in the last 5 minutes either, which is...
Chance here off the free kick. Hey, it'll trickle wide and picked up by Broussard. Hurry up time here for the Knights. And it's given away and picked up by LaRoche.
To your point, DJ, that's why I was questioning not using the bench so you didn't gas your starters.
Niagara haven't been able to get it out of their third of the field with possession, as it'll stay in play. Varmar with a head of steam.
This might be the last chance the Knights get.
Have to think a whistle will come imminently. As it'll get whistled down for a foul. Next game for the night, Saturday at 1 o'clock against Lambton, here from Young's. St. Clair will be in action tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, and then they'll both do action at 1 o'clock on Saturday, as we'll get a free kick. And that's going to do it. The Knights draw against Mohawk, a heartbreaking draw at that. Niagara in the driver's seat for first place in the division, and with the draw here today, essentially lost as St. Clair now 3 points back with 2 games in hand, or with a game in hand, I should say. 2 games left to go.
And I think your point before about the post, that shot that hit the post is going to be the difference there. Like if that had just gone half an inch to the left, we would be celebrating a Knights win right now.
Heartbreaking stuff, and sometimes that's the way she goes. Offensive struggles continuing here at home. If you take out the penalty kick, that's now really 2.5 games without goals here at home, whether it's here or at Notre Dame.
I will.
And it's not like they aren't taking, like I said, the Barmeyer scoring on the road, but I wonder what it is about home that we just can't seem to get things going.
Obviously, home and road splits will vary at times, and that's going to happen. But when it's this alarming, where it's a plus 11 goal differential, or an 11 additional goals on the road, granted, they've played all 5 games, but that's still an alarming statistic that might cost Niagara the first seed. And not only, another thing to mention, Niagara, assuming they won today, they'd be firmly in the driver's seat. They probably wouldn't have to dress their top players because, well, I guess they still would have needed to win, assuming they got a win out of Lambton. But we'll step aside and say goodbye for the women's game. Stick around because the men's slate of these two teams is about to go down. And most importantly, senior night, honoring our 10 seniors on this men's squad. My name is Alex Vandenhack, joined alongside me, DJ Bloxel, MJ Graham. We say goodnight, and we will see you back for the men's game. When are we starting for senior night?